One of the biggest misconceptions I've seen from students is that it's online, so I can just do it at my own pace. Like anytime I go in is fine because it's online, it's over there. I'll check in, pop in, do a little work, pop out. I don't think that's the way most of our classes here are run or supposed to be run, and it's definitely not how I run my classes. My classes are run to be, there's a flow, there's a workflow. We're all learning together at a certain time, certain concepts, or building on other concepts. It's not a dip in and dip out kind of situation, and that's how a lot of students do treat it.
I had a few preconceived ideas on what it'd be like to take an online class. I have previously taken at your own pace courses, and so I kind of expected that same experience, which is a lot of at my time when I want to do it, and this was not that at all.
They misunderstand the fact that this is still the same number of contact hours that they would have in a face-to-face class. It's just with the freedom to choose when those contact hours occur. But there's still interactions with your classmates. There's assignments that are due, there's discussions, there's peer editing, there's a lot of stuff that goes on that mirrors what happens in the classroom. It's just, hey, I get to choose when I do that, or hey, I can do that in my pajamas if I want to.
Before taking the online course, I thought it was going to be much easier than regular classes, but it has a surprisingly good workload and it does keep you engaged and you do earn those credits.
The other misconception that really hurts students involved in online education, that's really sad for me when I see it happen, students having confusions for weeks and then never saying anything. And just never saying anything to me, never saying anything to other students, and just struggling when they could have gotten help, and then they've lost weeks of learning because of a couple of fairly simple confusions usually. So I really would love to see more online students emailing their teachers in the first week, just starting a dialogue with their teacher, reaching out to get to know the teacher, the other students. And I'd love to see if people are in the area, close to their teacher, to make the time to actually go meet the teacher in person.
I went into my first online course expecting it to kind of be sterile. Like, I didn't expect to have that much interaction with other students, and I was really surprised when I was talking to 2 or 3 different classmates each week, just because of the discussion board and other assignments in the course.
It entails a lot of work. Generally speaking, the classes that I've offered have much more measured interaction, meaning you have to post and comment on discussion boards regularly and with a certain type of information. Whereas if you're a face-to-face class, discussions can happen a little bit more free-form. But in order for discussions to be fruitful in an online or hybrid situation, there has to be deadlines when people post and comment so everybody can participate in discussions. And so I think students sometimes don't expect that kind of rigor in terms of a schedule or engagement.
Well, there are a number of misconceptions about online teaching, and I like to go over those with students when we start an online class. So for instance, it's not self-paced. Typically it involves staying in line with a group of students. It's important for students to recognize that there are deadlines in an online class, and that oftentimes that might be deadlines within a week, like completing discussions, that there's a level of engagement and involvement that is required throughout the week, and so you can't just go in one day and get everything done. And so the same kinds of responsibilities that go along with classroom participation, engagement, asking questions of the instructor, and then following through with assignments are applied to an online environment.